Have you noticed your grocery bills getting higher? Are you shocked by the price of gas lately? You're not alone. Across the country, people are feeling the squeeze of rising prices. This phenomenon, my friends, is called inflation. It's a fact of life, and it affects all of us. We've all heard the stories from our parents and grandparents about how much cheaper things used to be. A gallon of milk, a loaf of bread, a new car. They all cost a fraction of what they do today. It's easy to feel nostalgic for those good old days. But here's the thing. Inflation isn't always a bad thing. A small amount of inflation is actually a sign of a healthy economy. It means that businesses are growing, wages are increasing, and people are spending money. The problem is when inflation gets out of control. When prices rise too quickly, it eats away at our hard-earned money, making it harder to afford the things we need and want. Simply put, inflation is a general increase in the prices of goods and services over time. Think of it like this. Your dollar today doesn't buy as much as it did yesterday. Let's take the example of a loaf of bread. 20 years ago, you might have paid $1 for a loaf. Today, that same loaf might cost you $3 or more. That's inflation in action. There are many factors that can contribute to inflation. Sometimes it's driven by an increase in demand. When everyone wants something, the price goes up. Other times, it's caused by a decrease in supply. When there's less of something to go around, it becomes more expensive. Whatever the cause, inflation is a real and present force in our lives, and it's something we need to understand if we want to protect our financial well-being. Inflation has a sneaky way of eroding our purchasing power. Purchasing power refers to the amount of goods and services that you can buy with a certain amount of money. When there's inflation, your money buys less. This means you have to spend more money to get the same amount of goods and services. For example, if your rent stays the same, but the price of groceries goes up, you have less money left over each month to spend on other things. This can have a ripple effect throughout your entire budget. You might find yourself cutting back on entertainment, delaying big purchases, or even dipping into your savings just to make ends meet. Section 4. Feeling the pinch at the grocery store. One of the most noticeable places we feel the impact of inflation is at the grocery store. Food prices have been steadily rising in recent years, and it's putting a strain on household budgets. Imagine this. You head to the grocery store with your usual shopping list. You grab your milk, eggs, bread, and produce, but when you get to the checkout line, the total is significantly higher than you expected. Sound familiar? This is the reality of inflation. Those everyday staples we rely on are costing us more, and it's eating into our grocery budgets. We might find ourselves buying less, switching to cheaper brands, or even skipping meals to make ends meet. Section 5. Protecting your money. So what can we do to protect ourselves from the negative effects of inflation? The good news is that there are steps you can take to safeguard your finances. First and foremost, it's crucial to create a budget and stick to it. Track your income and expenses so you know where your money is going. This will help you identify areas where you can cut back and free up some extra cash. Next, consider investing your money. When you invest, your money has the potential to grow at a rate that outpaces inflation. This can help you maintain your purchasing power over the long term. Finally, don't be afraid to negotiate. Whether it's your salary, rent, or even the price of a car, there's always room for negotiation. Don't be afraid to ask for what you deserve. You might be surprised at what you can achieve. Inflation is a fact of life, but it doesn't have to control your finances. By understanding inflation and taking steps to protect yourself, you can weather the storm and come out ahead. Remember, knowledge is power, and when it comes to your money, it pays to be informed.